Hello, hello! So, we finished 100 Line Last Defense Academy on the channel now. So, as a result of that, I'm going to start enacting my new schedule that I was working my way towards, testing a few things here and there on the channel, as you may have seen. I put out that poll recently asking whether or not you prefer 3 videos a day, or what we were doing with the 5/6 videos a day. It's like, what do we want to do then? I was waiting till we finished 100 Line before we jumped over to the new schedule. I was also doing some streaming and editing up the videos to test how that worked, ready for this new schedule that we got going on. So the plan is, as you can see across the top, is every day we're going to have 2 videos in what I'm calling the new release slot, and then we're going to have 1 video in the catch-up slot. Now there is obviously the 3rd slot, which is the sci-fi slot. Sci-fi slot. I could edit that out, but it'd be funnier if you guys heard that. So the sci-fi slot, yep, it's a fly and he's very sly. Yes. Anyway, the sci-fi slot. That obviously is not going to be every day. So as you can see, absorb it in. Absorb it. As you can see, on the Tuesday and the Thursday for the sci-fi slot, that's going to be the live streams themselves. But those live streams will then be edited down into more sort of let's play type parts that we normally do, which will release on Saturday and Sunday. Now the aim of this entire schedule is to basically make it so your feed on YouTube doesn't get just spammed with videos. Essentially, you'll just see 3 and maybe the live aspect on the Tuesday and Thursday. Like, you'll just see that, nothing else. That's it. But there will be slightly more videos going out than go to your feed, but that only applies to the sci-fi slot. We shall explain as we go through it. So on Monday, as you can see, what I have planned is Genshin Impact. 2 videos going out then, and obviously in the catch-up slot, we're then going to have Digimon Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. On the Tuesday, the 2 Genshin will go out again, 1 Digimon, but then obviously I'm planning to do Dawn of War Definitive Edition because it just came out, and I've been looking at doing Dawn of War in future, but it's like I was sort of like focused on Road Trader, but then the Definitive Edition got released, which I didn't know was coming, and I was like, oh, well, I'll look at that on Tuesday then. I'll look at that. So obviously we're doing that. Then on Wednesday, similar to Monday, 2 Genshin, 1 Digimon. Thursday, 2 Genshin, 1 Digimon. Then the live stream for Rogue Trader, which we're going through currently, and we've previously been doing it on Thursdays as well. Now, the live streams themselves, though, that's very much a case of they are more likely to be cancelled if there's something that comes up. If I've not got some recording done because something happened, or the weather's not good, as we cancelled the Tuesday one last week, didn't we? Because the heatwave was happening in the UK, and I was not turning off the air conditioning. I know. No. Anyway, I wasn't turning that off. So, we did still do the one on Thursday, though. Yeah. Where was I anyway? Got sidetracked. Friday, obviously, 2 Genshin Impact videos and 1 Digimon. Now, on the Saturday, it is going to be 2 Honkai Star Rail. That's just because, the same as Genshin, we're trying to get ready for the new release, hence the new release slot, and like the new release content that's always coming out for that. We're trying to gain our footing with that. Now the voice acting's come back for both here and there, and it's like being pieced together once again, which is like, great, let's get back into it. But that's only 2 videos in the new release slot for Honkai Star Rail on the Saturday. But like I said, in the sci-fi slot, because there's no Digimon slot that day. No. In the sci-fi slot, on the Saturday, it's going to be the edited down live stream that came out on the Tuesday before it. Now that will obviously apply to whatever we do on the Tuesday in future. Like, because this is the thing, this is a plan going forward. Like, that'll currently be the Dawn of War playthrough. But that will obviously change in future. That will change in future. So, same again with Sunday, really. 2 Honkai Star Rail, no Digimon, and the edited down Rogue Trader videos. That's the plan. And like I said, with the sci-fi slots on the Saturday and Sunday, 1 video will go out on your feed. But there will be more than 1 video that goes to the playlist. It's just a little way to be like, hey, guys, there's some videos for you if you want to go check them out in the playlist. Because I don't want to spam your feed. That's the thing. I feel like that's just like, yeah, we've had the 5 videos going out. We had 6 at one point a day. It was like, I don't like how that's going to look in the feed. I don't like that. I want to bring it down. So take Monday, for example. And that's still going to be 3 hours-ish worth of content there. But instead of it being 6 videos at half an hour, it's 3 videos with 1 hour each. That's the plan. That's the plan. So, what does this mean in future? So let's take, for example, what's going to change in future with most likely what we're jumping to next in all these slots. Genshin and Honkai Star Rail are basically going to keep this pattern until they're either finished themselves, we're caught up, and one of them takes the other one's place. Then, the new release that will come out, which will go correctly into the new release slot, will be Trails in the Sky First Chapter. That will take all the slots Monday to Sunday. Like the only reason we're doing Genshin and Honkai Star Rail together is because I feel they're so closely linked because of what they are. It's like it just feels appropriate to do that for them. They may swap, or Genshin may finish and then Honkai Star Rail comes in. We'll see what happens. The idea as well with Honkai Star Rail is to finish Penacony and then go to Honkai Impact and get Kiana's story and then consider that Let's Play finished for Honkai, and then we'll continue Honkai Star Rail. That's the plan, because I've been told it's probably wise I get that kind of thing sorted before I go to the next area in Honkai Star Rail. So that's the plan. That's the plan. But, like I said, when Trails in the Sky First Chapter starts up, it should roughly, in my head, be around the same time that Digimon Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory finishes, so what's going to go in that slot. I'm thinking, because we're going to be playing Trails in the Sky, we should then go over and do Ryuta with Boundless Trails. I'm thinking that's the one we should go to next after that. I've got other plans for the catch-up slot, obviously, as well, with Disgaea, Metaphor. You got to think it's like games that are like over a year old go in the catch-up slot. Whereas the new release slot is trying to keep up with like what's coming out. Because after Trails in the Sky First Chapter, we'll then be jumping over to Digimon Time Stranger, which is the new release for Digimon, which is why we were doing Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. Like, we're going to Time Stranger. Like, that's the plan there for the new release after Trails in the Sky. But if you've got any ideas what we could put in the catch-up slot in future, please do let me know. I've got a long list somewhere which I forgot to get when I was recording this. That's a bad idea. But yeah, so I've got that plan there in place. And obviously in the sci-fi slot, it depends what I feel like playing, which is more sci-fi based. Rogue Trader will probably be around for a while. It's probably going to be a lot of 40k because I'm getting into 40k and I want to share that as I explore and learn more through the video games. I think that's just a good idea. It could be fun. So hopefully that makes sense. Basically, it's 3 videos a day in your feed on each day. Like that's what it will look like to you from your feed. But like I said, with the Dawn of War and Rogue Trader slots, there'll be more than one video. It'll just be in the playlist. I won't send them to your feed like I've been doing with Space Marine recently. They should have only appeared like once as part 1 for Space Marine and Space Marine 2. But you wouldn't have seen the rest. They are there. They are available if you want to go view the rest. The playlist is done. Those games are done. So if you want to check out Space Marine and Space Marine 2, they are done. Full Let's Plays on the channel already. They are in their playlists. Right. So the question is, do you have any questions about this? Because I imagine there will be questions. To me, it makes sense, but I'm the one who made it. So of course it makes sense to me what the plan is. Because this will be a plan going forward, but it's like, if you've got any questions, please do let me know and I'll try to explain it as best I can. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense. There you go. That's the schedule going forward. And like I said, tomorrow obviously it'll be Honkai Star Rail, 2 videos, with the 1 Rogue Trader video announcing that there's some videos been put into the playlist. Indeed. So, thank you very much for listening. Bye.